Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis update of uranium, see what's going on. I see a pretty mixed bag in there, and I'll give you my financial opinion. So here we go. We got the uranium futures contracts moving on up. This is yesterday, I believe, and it's up to 51.50 is what I've got for this price on TradingView. Are we putting in some sort of consolidation pattern? We very well could. So we just got to be patient, let it play out. We've got the Sprott Physical Uranium Trust. A little bit of selling pressure at the end of the day today. It was going strong and we came back down a little bit. So we'll see. Maybe we got another bounce left in this thing where we come down and then bounce a little bit. We'll find out. But a little bit of selling pressure at the end of the day. Uranium. Basically, let me see here. This is a green day, so it must have gapped lower and ended. No, that's 06. Oh, it's not updated. That's why it's not updated yet. CCJ coming through here. Let me go to 1 year. This is the daily candlesticks. Let me go back to the dailies, guys. A little bit of selling pressure today on the Sprott Physical Uranium Trust. A little bit of selling pressure on the daily candlestick. We'll see what happens. Buyers and sellers are battling it out. Uranium getting a little bit of selling pressure. Could this be like a bloody nose or whatever in a continuation pattern? We'll find out tomorrow. It very well could be. And I don't like making statements like this. Is basically you get a stair-stepping pattern. You get a large up day like this one. You get two little small down days. You get a large up day. You get a little down day or two, and then you go up again. So it's that stair-stepping pattern. Sometimes it's one day that goes down. Sometimes it's multiple days. It's hard to say how this pattern will work in the short term. Camco moving on up. This is a bullish engulfing. I call this kind of like a bloody forehead or bloody nose. It was still an up day. It gapped up. It closed down a little bit. There's not a ton of sellers there. We just have to see if the buyers come in and push it higher either tomorrow or Friday. Looking at Bannerman. Bannerman gapped higher. The momentum did come down a little bit. Again, still up 7.6%. Same thing happened with Goviax, little Govi, went up high, a little bit of selling pressure. We'll see if this is, I call it the bloody forehead. It's on top of the head of the candle. We've got Global Atomic, another one. Now, this could be a reversal pattern, maybe not. All depends. The momentum is going upward. We do have these selling off days here. We'll see what happens. Forces Metals coming up to some resistance up here. We'll see. This is a bloody nose again, so usually they work their way higher, so it still looks good. Pierpoint put in a large pattern where it gapped higher and the momentum came all the way back down. So this is technically a bearish engulfing pattern where we could go lower, but we'll find out. We'll see. The rest of the other companies don't look bearish at all, so we had another bearish pattern there as well. Deep Yellow. It gapped up in the morning and then sold off a little bit throughout the day. We've got Paladin doing the same thing right on top of support. We've got Sky Harbor doing it. This is a bearish engulfing. We could head a little bit lower if it wants to. The Canalaska is right above support. A little bit of selling pressure. That's why it's a red candlestick. It gapped up and sold off throughout the day. Next Gen Energy, the bloody forehead, bloody nose, whatever you want to call it. We'll see if that's a continuation pattern tomorrow or the day after. Baseload's got the same thing. So it all gapped up and sold off throughout the day for the majority of these companies. Fission 3.0 getting a nice little update today. Fission, these can sometimes be bearish piercing patterns where they gap higher, they sell off throughout the day. It's a reversal candlestick to potentially head lower. The thing is, it's the buyers and sellers battling it out. We have a nice big bullish engulfing here. This could be a bearish piercing, and we could just kind of do like one of those things. But short term, I don't trade the short term. I just hold on for the long term here. Kazatomprom heading higher. That looks good. Peninsula Energy heading higher. That one looks good. I mean, a little bit of wick at the top. Boss Energy heading higher with the momentum coming back throughout the day. Consolidated Uranium just moving sideways. We've got Lotus Resources. Remember, all these downtrends are broken, so the momentum is to the upside in all of them. Uroy, we gapped higher but sold off throughout the day. That's that resistance line I drew in there. So it basically hit its face right on that resistance line. What now I'm curious is we need to break above this resistance line and get above it. I don't want it to be a comeback and then we head lower. That is a possibility if we don't break above that resistance line. Encore Energy, the bloody forehead, bloody nose, that's usually a continuation pattern higher. So we're seeing multiple conflicting information across the sector still. It's still mixed. I like seeing it when it's all positive. But I will say this. We have broken downtrends in almost everything, and they have the momentum going higher. So I'm favoring an upside move. You got, you got a bloody nose? You got a bloody forehead? You got what? A bloody nose or a bloody forehead, either one. You can choose. But again, see, this is the downtrend line. We broke that. We got a nice big bullish engulfing with a little down day. That looks bullish to me to go higher. And I'm sure URG has the same thing. Yep. UEC also has the same thing. Yep. Smacking its forehead against something. LEU you've got up a lot. 14%, nice big volume. Weird how this works out. You got the downtrend break. You get that nice little V-shaped bottom. And now we're moving higher. It looks good. LTBR, another one that's about to break. Hopefully we can get out of here and leave everyone else in the dust. ISO Energy, smacking its forehead, getting a little bloody forehead. Appy Energy, again, we're still moving sideways. I think this is trading more like a rare earth than the uranium side. But we are still within the pattern. We're real low on the pattern, right on support. We've got another support line coming through here. I still think this looks good. DNN, Denison Mines getting its bloody forehead on. So today is the bloody forehead day. Blue Sky Uranium selling off a little bit. Forum Energy Metals right under that resistance line. Anfield continuing its momentum higher, looking good. Laramide getting the bloody, so it's right on that resistance line. What happens is sometimes you try to break above it, you get some selling pressure, and it comes back below it. I am still thinking that the momentum's going on up. It still looks good. Western Uranium, Vanadium, and that's getting it's not a bloody forehead, that's a green forehead, I guess. But nice big bullish engulfing, big volume, looks good. UEXCF getting the bloody forehead. This could be a bearish piercing with some of these candlesticks. I'm seeing it across the sector. The momentum is going up. I'm favoring still the upside because of that momentum. Getting the bloody forehead there on Mega. Standard Uranium getting the bloody forehead. Let's all do the bloody forehead. Valor Metals, the bloody chest on that one. And then these are delayed a day. Elevate's killing it off that. And then 92E's killing it as well. It is delayed a little bit. But looks like today's the bloody forehead day. And what that means is you get this big, huge candlestick. It's a person standing up. That's the candlestick. And then you hit your head, which is the bloody forehead or a bloody nose. That's what we called it when I was doing short-term trading. We would call it that. But yeah, it looks good, guys. I mean, the momentum is up. We are sitting on top of patterns for the most part. And we just need the buyers to step in here and show us who Tony Danza is. And who's Tony Danza? He's the boss, So we got to show them who the boss is, which is the buyers. And I think they look good. They look good. And a bloody forehead, a bloody nose, whatever you want to call it, is usually a continuation pattern. Again, remember, we're playing with statistical probabilities. They are not always right. And a lot of people think, oh, you got this wrong. It's like, well, it's only a statistical probability. That's what you're playing with. That should be as expected. And your strategies should work irrespective of what the short term does. If you're a long-term investor, and that's the only way that I found to make large sums of money reliably, is to take the short-term low statistical probabilities out of the game and use it only for accumulation. And then I hedge myself with time, and I hedge myself with the valuations in the sectors, the cost curves, the market balances, basically the fundamentals. And I use technical analysis to validate that the fundamentals are right on the long-term charts. And then I invest, put the money in where I think is the best opportunities, given risk reward, given the asymmetry and the fractals in the charts, and then just ride it on higher. I mean, that's literally it. given the good market conditions. All right, guys, if you like the analysis, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the website, become a platinum member. We got trading going on tomorrow. That's Thursday, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We are going through some technical analysis training, probably some fundamental training a little bit too, I guess, to some degree, on ratios and how to do valuations and stuff like that. And we're going to tie it all together on how to look at all this. All right, guys, we'll catch you next time. This is Finding Value.